You are born in winter. The wooden hut creaks from the cold. Icy wind slips through the cracks between the logs. In the corner, the lamp smokes. The air is thick with smoke, wet wool, and sour cabbage. Your mother lies on a straw bed, pale and soaked with sweat. Outside, the wind howls. Snowdrifts press against the walls of the house, almost to the window. You take your first breath. It is cold. Your life begins with cold, and it will almost never become warmer. You grow up quickly. Winter here is longer than childhood. Your village is poor. The soil is rocky. In the spring, it sinks into the mud. In autumn, it becomes grey and empty. You are 5 when you already carry water from the well. The bucket is heavy. Your arms ache. You are 7 when your father first gives you an axe. The wood is damp. The axe is heavy. Your hands freeze. Your fingers can barely bend. Your father doesn't say much. He simply says, "Strike harder." You are 10. You already understand that the world is simple. There are people who own the land, and there are people who dig it. You are one of the second. Sometimes a merchant comes to the village. He is fat. His fur coat is soft and heavy. He smells of tobacco and meat. He looks at people as though they are cattle. You look at his boots. They are clean. Yours are always covered in mud. You are 16. The year is bad. The harvest has barely grown. The flour ran out in February. Your stomach is always empty. At night, you lie on the bench and listen to your younger sister's stomach growl. You cannot fall asleep. A week later, you stand near the merchant's barn. You are with 2 neighbors. The night is cold. The moon is dim. The boards of the barn smell like grain. You break the lock with a crowbar. The door creaks. Inside, sacks of wheat. The smell of fullness. You work quickly, sack after sack. The grain rustles like dry sand. You fill your sack almost to the top, and just then the door bursts open. Sack almost to the lantern light hits you right in the eyes. You can barely see anything. You only hear a shout and footsteps. You are judged quickly. The room is small. The table is wooden. The ink smells of sour metal. The judge is tired. He looks at the papers more than at you. Theft, repeat offense. He says calmly, almost indifferently. 20 years of penal labor. Siberia. They forge shackles on you. The iron is cold. The rings squeeze your ankles. The chain is short. When you take a step, it rattles. That sound will become a part of your life. The march begins in the spring. The column is long. Dozens of people. Some have broken faces. Some have empty eyes. The guards walk on the sides, rifles on their shoulders. The road turns into mud. Boots sink. The shackles pull you down. Every step is an effort. The first man falls on the 4th day. He is old. He simply sits down in the mud and never gets up. The guard kicks him with his boot. The body doesn't respond. The column moves on. At night, you sleep in transit jails, small cells, the smell of sweat, coughing, sometimes shouting. Months pass. The villages disappear. The forests grow thicker. The roads get worse. When you first see Siberia, it feels endless. The dark taiga, the grey sky, a river wide and cold. And in the middle of it all, a camp, wooden barracks, barbed wire, a watchtower, smoke from chimneys. They shave your hair. They give you a coarse shirt, pants, a shovel, an iron bowl. Now you are a convict. The work starts before dawn. The bell rings in the darkness. You leave the barracks. The frost bites your face. Your breath turns into white steam. You walk to the river. Gold lies in the earth, but first, mud. You dig trenches. Shovels clink against the stones. The earth is heavy. Sometimes water rises straight from the hole, icy. It eats into your skin. After 10 minutes, your fingers stop feeling. After an hour, they hurt as though nails are being hammered into them. But the work continues. You work 10 hours, but sometimes 12, sometimes 14. The food is simple: thin porridge, a piece of black bread, sometimes herring. People eat quickly. If you hesitate, someone will take your portion. The barrack is dark. The floor is damp. Lice crawl on the clothes. 40 people sleep on the bunks. Someone coughs. Someone groans in their sleep. Sometimes at night, a person stops breathing. In the morning, the body is taken outside the camp. The work continues. Winter here is harsh, -40. Breathing cuts your lungs. The metal freezes to your skin. Sometimes people just freeze, standing. Spring brings flooding. The river rises. The water is yellow from the clay. You stand waist deep in the freezing water, washing sand. Wooden pans creak. Everyone hopes to see gold, a yellow gleam. But the gold almost always goes to the supervisors. One day, you find a nugget. Small, but real. Your heart starts to beat faster. You hide it in your mouth. That night, a search comes. Someone reported you. They drag you outside. Snow crunches under the guards' boots. The nugget falls to the ground. They tie you to a post. 50 lashes. The whips cut your back. After the 20th strike, you stop counting. After the 30th, you almost feel nothing. The blood freezes on your shirt. You survive, but your back never fully straightens again. Years go by. Newcomers arrive. Old ones disappear. You stop remembering their names. One night, 2 try to escape. They are caught. In the morning, they are brought back, without boots. Their feet are black from frostbite. Within a week, they die. After 10 years, you barely recognize yourself. Your face is thin. Your skin is rough. Your teeth are broken. But your hands have grown strong. You can dig for hours. One day, a mine collapses. The earth rumbles. Dust fills the tunnel. Cries echo from underground. You dig with your hands. 5 are pulled out alive. 3 are dead. 2 are never found. You are 40, but your body feels 60. The cough never goes away. Sometimes blood appears on your lips. Gold keeps going west. Carts leave every autumn. You stay behind. After 18 years, your sentence is almost over. But by then, most convicts can no longer leave. Home is too far. Strength is too little. One winter day, you fall into a trench. The snow is cold. The sky is white. The bell rings. The work signal. You try to stand, but your body doesn't listen. Someone walks by. Someone says, "Leave him. He won't live to see spring." Snow falls on your face. Your breathing becomes quiet. The taiga is silent. 2 days later, your body is placed in a shallow grave behind the camp. Planks instead of a coffin. No name, no cross. Your life lasted 42 years. Of them, 20 years of penal labor, about 7,000 days of hard work, tens of thousands of tons of earth. The gold you dug went into the imperial treasury. You received nothing. You lost freedom, health, home, name. You gained shackles, scars, and the cold soil of Siberia. Empires are built on gold, but the gold is almost always dug by those whose names are never remembered. You just wanted to survive the winter. But sometimes, winter lasts a lifetime.